So, hello and welcome here again. After Tuesday Division B, we are here live on Suzuka for Division A. And yeah, we're looking forward to a very amazing race here. Again, we have our starters here in the grid, like Markula and Psycho, AP Meister. And yeah, today we also have I have to look if they are already in the lobby. I don't see him. No, because Buddy was supposed to drive today as guest driver. So I will ask fast if he's in the lobby or not. So yeah, first we will start with the 10 minutes qualification. The top 4 in the qualification will start then in the Super Pole with soft tires. So I'm looking again, but I think I did not see him. Yeah, today we are starting again behind the safety car, so the safety car start will be available today as well. And yeah, Makula, of course, like always, will be the favorite here to win this race, but today again, Psycho will try to beat him here on track, and we have other fast drivers here like Buddy7 and also Nukal from Division B, our guest driver here. Yeah, Buddy is now rejoining. And let's see how this is going today. The drivers are still in the warming up before the qualification starts. I still cannot see Buddy. That's pretty bad. I will rejoin the lobby as well. Maybe there is something wrong with my connection. See, I'm deleting first the cache here and then it should work. Hopefully. I see 14 in the lobby. So let's see if we see Buddy here now. And yeah, we see all drivers now 15 from 16. and we are only a few seconds away from the start of the qualification. Yeah, hello sexy Bets and Far Boy. What's up, mate? Everything's alright? So yeah, like I said, the favorite today of course will be always Markola. He's the current leader and the current leader of this season and winner of the overall winner from last season. I like his livery very much, always on his cars. Looks always very nice. The anime. Yeah, last race we had we had the endurance race 2 weeks ago on Nürburgring 24 hours, and Markola was winning there with an amazing performance. On second position we had AP Meister in the BMW, and yeah, let's see. Also, let's see where the other drivers or the guest drivers can fit in the group here. Like Buddy 7, everybody says in the driver grid that he's more a Division A driver. And yeah, today is the chance for him to drive in this strong field. So yeah, we see here many different car manufacturers, like the double win from GTR in Division B 2 days ago on Tuesday, with Meisterbock winning the main race and then Castor Troy on position 2. So we had then a double win for GTR. So yeah, we had the reset now, and the qualification will start now. And I think something is still not working with Buddy, because he's still standing in the pits. And he's the only one now in the pits. So hopefully that's not a bug. But I have here a camera bug now. But here we currently jumping directly into the front camera of Marco. He's overtaking here one of the guest drivers, Bert Home. He had no time 2 days ago on Tuesday, so he was allowed to drive here in the Division A. Because our goal, of course, is always that everybody has the opportunity to drive. Because that's the main goal in our EGTM community. And of course, if you're interested in our community, simply join my Discord. The Discord is in the description of this stream. And also visit egtm.racing. There are all informations, the schedule and the standings of this season. And this guy we are following right now is currently leading by a huge gap after Psycho was disconnected 2 weeks ago during the pit stop. He was the only one maybe who could win, except of Markola, the endurance race 2 weeks ago, but sadly he had a disconnect, so the win door for Markola was wide open. And yeah, but still, yeah, Buddy is still in the pit, so something I think is not working between us two. Far now in the first corner, and AP Meister went wide there. And he was in the grass there. Cobra also going wide there, but very fair. Let the room there. And of course, if you want to support the EGTM, you can always make a small donation for us for the prices and the work we're doing here. The link is also in the description. Deruisha went a bit wide there. Couldn't catch him, but he leaves the gap open here for Far Boy, so no issues here for him to overtake here in front of the hairpin here. And Pat is still in the pit. And let's see who will be the first one who finishes a lap here. And it looks like who's the car there in front? I cannot see it. Here, it's Markola. So Markola will be the first one who finishes here a lap. And it's a 1:59.0. So I think there's still room for him to do it better. And Nukal, he was finishing the Super Pole on position 1, so yeah, let's see what he can do here. Currently he's on position 4. And again, it looks like we have a camera bug. And Will Friedman, aka Lychee, he changed his ID to Will Friedman, currently on position 3, but Markola already 8 tenths in front of him and 7 tenths in front of Far Boy, and something bugs out my camera here always. That's not very nice. Okay, now it's completely bugged. Yeah, something is not working here anymore. And here was a car standing on the outside. Who was that? It's the Ruige. Okay, he left the server. Okay, something very strange is going on here, but yeah, let's wait and see. And still Markola on position 1, Far Boy on position 2, on position 3 we have Will Friedman and Monkey Boy Racing Chris 23 on position 5 now, because Mike Poe from the Midnight Crew could reach position 4 now. And we still have no TV cam here, and that's pretty annoying. And here Psycho has driven now a new second place lap time with 1:58.4. So the lap times are very fast here right now. But Far Boy is not far behind them. And let's see, the sector split time is, yeah, the time, something is completely bugged here in the lobby. So maybe it's better to open a new lobby after that. Yeah, because the left hand and somebody went to the right there, and it was Lychee. Looks like, or Will Friedman looks like he touched the grass. So currently on position 2 now, Best Boy, 43 thousandths of a second faster than Psycho, and currently new position 2. So we can see how close the lap times here are for the first 4. Only 0.5 of a second between the first 4 drivers. And now only 0.3, so pretty close here for the first 4 drivers in the Super Pole to reach the Super Pole. Yeah, welcome Dane Scheller. Welcome here in the stream. Nice to have you here. But here it's only important to reach the top 4 that they can reach the Super Pole and drive then for the pole position, because if they reach the Super Pole they get 1 additional point for the driver standings, and then 1 more point if they win the Super Pole. So you can earn 2 points even before any race has started here. And here, yeah, Markola got 1.5 second penalty here. He was cutting too much the last chicane. And Best Boy maybe can attack now the lap time of Markola. And going over the lane, we have a bit buggy lobby here. And it's a 1:58.4 again. So Markola stays on position 1. And Camp Psycho do another fast lap here. And it's a 58.6. So it's enough for Psycho, Markola, Best and Farboy and Cobra right now for the Super Pole. I'm looking if somebody looks like he can drive a faster lap. But it looks like that, except... yeah, Buddy is not driving at all. I think he is maybe the problem, that it's bugging here. So Mike Pohl is the last one who drives here for a better lap time. So we have a 1:58.2 as qualification time, and the top 4 drivers are allowed to use then soft tires for the Super Pole. Sadly the lobby is too bugged, I cannot change to the TV cam, but we will restart the lobby after the qualification. I'm really sorry for that. We can see how buggy it is on the lap time up. And it's a 1:59.8. So I think the qualification is over. I'm looking. I think only the Ruishi, because the disconnect, is allowed to drive one more lap. Then let's follow him here through that area. I cannot see his lap times because it's completely bugged, but yeah, we can follow his line and it looks pretty good, and I think he's got a very good lap time. Yeah, full throttle of course, so it looks like a pretty decent lap here. Let's see what lap time results out of this lap. Very hard over the curbs, very dangerous with a MR car. And now out on the start finish lane, over the finish lane, and it's an 2000. Yeah, position 7 here. Yeah, that's it. That was the qualification here from Division A, round 5. So, and yeah, like we said, we're restarting now the lobby because that's not working at all right now. So yeah, so we go in a short break till we are back in the lobby, and then I hope everything is working. So see ya in 1 or 2 minutes.
Systematically hurting me, perfectly planned. This little game of your self-deceit, it's breaking my heart. But I cannot stop it happening, and I cannot run away. Something's holding me back. This emotion's got me, I just wanna hide away. Wish I could just surrender and walk could just surrender and walk away. Wish I had just remembered to walk away. Automatically, I can see why you weren't mine. All constellations are guiding me. I'll keep my head high, so I will not stop discovering what goes on inside my heart. I don't wanna look back, and the days ahead are challenging, but I won't just hide away. I know that these hard times will fade away.
So, back in action now. I accidentally moved into the wrong lobby. So, I hope I can see now everyone. So yeah, we are in front now of the Super Pole. So hopefully that that he will start the Super Pole in a second. I think that's already the Super Pole. I think Cobra was on position 4 because he's driving on soft tires. So here we go. First corner, it looks like it's working now. Yeah, Benjamin's internet, or Benjamin, his internet is currently down, so it's not working. He's not streaming on his Twitch channel as well. So yeah, today it should come a electricer and fix it, but nobody came and he has no internet now for the weekend, I think. So yeah, pretty bad, but still concentrating here on the Super Pole app of Cobra, and it looks pretty good till here. And we'll see here, I'm pretty sure that we will see lap times like 57 or something. And he is now in the last sector, and then we know more. But yeah, I think for the pole position here we have to see a 57 for sure. So 58 will be not enough, I guess, for the pole position here, for the additional 1 point. for the Super Pole. And we are with a 1:57.8, so very decent, very good lap here. Lap here from Cobra. And here we go in a second. Psycho will come here through the chicane and then his flying lap starts. So Psycho is opening his Super Pole lap. One of the EGTM administrators. And here looks pretty good, the first corner here. And he's losing the car and is crashing into the wall. So the Super Pole is over for him. Engine damage. So that's like for him. He's not followed from luck lately. And Bestelfar is not moving for me. Also today there's something not working here. So I'm asking if he's driving or not. That's pretty annoying today. I don't know why it's not working. I think maybe I restart the game here. Because that's not normal what's happening here. Never had it that I don't see the cars driving. That's pretty annoying. I hope with rejoining now that this issue is not here anymore. So hopefully it's working now. That we see a proper qualification. I mean, yeah. So hopefully we can catch the last few meters from Betzetfar's flying lap here on the in the Super Pole, that we see his lap time. Okay, Betzetfar is... that's crazy what this game is doing. And here we go, last but not least, Marcola now on his flying lap. I have no idea what for a lap time Bad at Farboy has driven. But we can follow Marcola now for sure. And let's see if he can reach the pole position here for the main race, because in the sprint race we start with the championship standings turn, so he will start from the last position in the sprint race for sure. And 51.2 looks like a very decent lap till now, but yeah, Petit Farboy, you said your lap time is slower than the lap time from Cobra, okay? Okay, but still a very decent lap then. And Marcola pushing here very hard. Bring the GTR on limit here. Now only this long straight, the left turn, and then the chicane, and we know who is on pole position here. It's for sure a VP guy. But is it Cobra or is it Marcola? And 157.199, so it's Marcola here again on pole position, so we guess another point here. And Bad at Farboy has left the lobby for me. So if you haven't left this lobby, Bad at Farboy, maybe you should rejoin, I don't know. Okay, you rejoined. So hopefully I see everyone driving now. So, but it looks good that I see everyone driving now. Bad at Farboy still in the pits, but it's leaving now. Now is Chris out of the room. Yeah, it's 3 person for the fan boost. So only Will Friedman, Mike Poe is still in the pits, but he is going out now as well. So only De Ruische and Will Friedman are missing to drive out on track. So it looks like that some crazy stuff is going on here today in Gran Turismo again. Okay, the Ruiz is still standing in the pits. I think that he should... That game makes me crazy. Looks like that the servers are pretty crap today. So hopefully I see the Ruische after he rejoined on track. Yeah, sorry for a delay. I don't know why this is not working proper today. So now everybody is on track. So I think now everything is working. Hopefully because Marco I already saw driving. Cobra is driving with an engine damage. So yeah, everyone is driving now. And most probably we'll start the race now. Yeah, 8 seconds till the race starts. So good luck, guys. Bring the cars without damage home. Hopefully everything is working now. Division A, EGTM round 5 here on Suzuka will open or give green lights in less than 10 seconds, and then we start here into this race. And here we go. Looks like everyone could start. And Will Friedman now in the lead. Very good start from him. Let's see through the field. There were some minor touchings, but looks still good. Then Markola currently on position 11, but attacking right now Buddy, and he is trying to go on the outside, and he has overtaken Buddy on the outside, and Buddy is touching Markola, and Markola is spinning but could catch the car and is back on track. So let's see what exactly happened there. Okay, but we cannot see it anymore. And Buddy is losing the car right now. Let's see what happened there. He was fighting side by side with Cobra, and it seems that he touched the grass or something on the outside. Yeah, he was. He lost the car with. Looks like he lost the car there with a snap oversteer out of the corner, and that means that Buddy has also damage and has to repair and go in the pit. And Marco still only on position 12 and AP Meister 12 12 and AP Meister on 11, Mike Poe Midnight Crew on position 9, then Cobra on 8, De Ruige on 7, Monkey Boy Racing Chris on 6, so Casso Troy, and MINKIHL, the driver who was on pole position on Tuesday, on position 5. Then Psycho fighting with Will Friedman on position 3 now. Very clean overtake here from the guy from Italy in the Mercedes. And on position 2, one of the guest drivers, Bert Hoben. He's getting better and better each race, and he's definitely making till now a good race. Is on position 2 now, and Bedstead Farboy, maybe the big outsider here. I switched to other driver because I don't want to curse him again here, but Bedstead Farboy currently leading this race. And there's a short story for Bedstead Farboy and me, because every time when I'm on him, so when the camera is on him, then he makes the mistakes or something happens, so bad luck. I don't want to curse him now with flame here. And Psycho is overtaking Bert Hoben, and Bert Hoben has to go wide. And very hard and very late braking, and Bert Hoben could defend his third position. Very hard overtake from Psycho, but he knows that this is the race where he can make very much points. Because Markola is a bit stuck after the incident with Buddy. And very hard fightings here. Amazing race till now. Fight between Bert Hoben, between McLaren and Ferrari. And Monkey Boy Racing Chris here directly behind them. And MINKIHL also, and De Ruige also there. And we have to keep an eye on the gap between Bedstead Farboy here with the fan boost. Our fan boost is also a bit cursed, because there was only one win in a sprint race with the fan boost. And Markola is overtaking here behind Mike Poe. Yeah, Mike Poe from the Midnight Crew. Tries here on the outside, but yeah, the track is so narrow, it's so hard to overtake here. But he's trying again here on the inside, and that looks pretty good that the leader of this season can overtake here, maybe on the outside. Very late braking. And yeah, that's a very clean and very nice move here on the outside from Markula. Amazing move. And directly the next one in front of him will be MINKIHL, and he's already on the inside of him. And he made the move stick here, and he's moving very fast forward. And there's for sure a possibility, because that's not very much space. And here comes MINKIHL Racing Chris back on track. Let's see what happened there. I think there was simply not enough space anymore. And yeah, he came back on track here and touched Lichi, I think. And Lichi's car is completely damaged. Yeah, there was simply no space anymore, and of course that's the perfect situation here. Very lucky here also for Markula now. He was overtaking, I think there are 3 or 4 cars, and Markula already on position 3. He was spinning exactly here after the incident with Bati 7, and he's again on position 3, so he's back on the podium here in this race. So crazy performance here again from Markula. Let's jump fast here to the top 2 drivers here in the sprint race. Verwendbar boy here leading the race in the Audi R8, 2.6 seconds in front of Psycho. So we have to remember later that 2.7 seconds, yeah, the Audi will be flying here. We see the gap with the 3% more fan boost. It's almost 0.2 of a second here only on the straight. Then Markula 6 seconds behind Psycho on 3. Then MINKIHL, who reached the 3rd place in endurance race on Nürburgring 24 hours. And here the Ruige was on the dirt, on the green turf, almost losing a car. And MINKIHL Chris here on position 6 now, but he has aerodynamic damage, and maybe that leaves the gap open for the Ruige. And Callum the second, Porsche on position 9, so we have 5 out of 8 laps. And yeah, Will Friedman now, there was simply not enough space there anymore. And yeah, Verwendbar boy is flying on the track, made the gap between him and Psycho already 3.2 seconds. And he's also the fastest driver on track now, so it looks everything very good here for Verwendbar boy. Here a bit and snap oversteer out of the hairpin. And 6.1 seconds between Markula and Psycho, so Markula is flying here as well. 1:58.6, so both Psycho and Markula here on the same pace. Then MINKIHL Midnight Crew with a 2:00.5, Bert Hoben here with a 2:24.94. Then we have the Ruige with a 2:1.263. Then MINKIHL Chris on position 7, then MINKIHL on 8, Callum on 9, AP Meister on 10. Cobra lost a bit of space here and gets here a bit again on the turf and almost lost the car there. Then Bati, after his snap oversteer out exactly of this corner, he had to make a pit stop, I think, yeah. And Will Friedman, yeah, also, yeah, bad luck there that there was not enough space for 4 or 5 cars. And yeah, Betsy Farboy already almost 3.5 seconds in front. So the Audi is flying here on that track with the 3% more power and of course a very good drive here in the sprint race from him. Then Psycho on position 2. He loses a bit of space between him and Marcola. It was a 1:58.7 last lap to a 1:58.4. So Marcola can almost go the lap times of Bedstead Farboy, and he was also lucky that when he was spinning in the fight with Buddy that he had no damage after that, and he could directly catch the car after one turn. And he is already on a new fastest lap here on this track, and of course the third place is a very good position here, starting on the last position here on the track, and then on third position after 4 laps is pretty decent. And Mike Poe is driving a bit isolated here, 4 seconds behind Marcola, and I think if Marcola makes no mistakes there's no chance to catch or make their gap smaller. And then he has almost 6 seconds between him and Bert Holman. Bert Holman in a McLaren, he's a Division B driver. He is also a guest driver here today because he had no time on Tuesday, and our goal is that everyone can drive and race with us. So from our drivers, so he was moved to Division A here, that he has an opportunity to drive here, and he's currently on a very good 5th position. And Monkey Boy Chris went a bit wide there, and somebody's missing here, and that's the Ruische now only in position 10, so it looks like that he made somewhere a little mistake, and we can see on the lap time it's only a 2.5, 2.6, so he lost there very much time. And yeah, here's a fight between 3 cars, between the 2 BMW, so BMW against Porsche. And here on a move on the outside, so very hard fight between Cassatroy and Callum. I think that was not on purpose, the touch between Callum and Monkey Boy Chris. And so Monkey Boy Chris now on position 8, AP Meister on 7, then Nukal on 6, Bert Holm still on a very strong 5th position, then Mike Poe Midnight Crew on position 4, then Marcola lost a bit to Psycho, 1:58.3 to 1:58.9, so maybe he made a little mistake here in this lap. And the gap between Bedstead Far and Psycho got a bit smaller. Let's look at the tire wear, it's almost equal between both of them. That's almost 3/10 down to his fastest lap. But it's amazing to see what Marcola can do here with the maximum success ballast. He has 2% more weight. And the lap times are still very good here with the GTR. And that's why he's also the leader in this series. So Bedstead Farboy went in his last lap and he's still leading over 3 seconds, so he has not to push very hard here in this last lap. And I jump fast to the back positions, and Nukal is trying maybe to overtake here Bert Hoben, and there's still a fight between the Ruische and Monkey Boy Chris, and both went wide there. We have to look that fast again. Let's see what happened there. And I think that was a bit over aggressive from both. Okay, let's see who is reporting who.
But yeah, let's jump here to the leader again because it's not far away from the finish lane. And I think that's a premiere here. No, Betsefa Boy, I think, already won one race. I think he was winning Catalonia, the sprint race as well. Marcola was on position 2. Now he is on position 1 again, and Psycho is behind him. And here, the last chicane. No need to push anymore. 3 seconds are far enough made to bring that home. And this is the big win here in the sprint race for Betsefa Boy. Congratulations. Position 2. Very strong race. Also from Psycho. Then Marcola finishing here after his incident in the first lap on position 3. I think it's a very good recover. Then Mike Poe kept his tires out of everything here in this race and brought the 4th position home. And Bert Hoben, congratulations, a Division B driver. Both Division B drivers here, 5 and 6. Then AP Meister on 7, Kalam on 8, on 9 we have Chris, on 10 Cobra, De Ruissi on 11, on 12 we have Patty 7, the current leader of Division B, and Will Friedman after the incident in the exit or on the exit of the last chicane. Yeah, that was the sprint race here. Congratulations to Betsefa Boy again. A big win here. Congratulations. Directly saving the replay. Yeah, this is here the final race result of the unofficial race result of the sprint race, because this is the current what we have after the race without any incident reports and penalties. So Betsefa Boy won it by 2.8 seconds in front of Psycho, then 9 seconds behind him, then Marcola. Then we have on position 4 Mike Poe, Midnight Crew, very good position for him as well. Then Bert Hoben and Nukal on 5 and 6. Then AP Meister in the second BMW on position 7. Then Callum on 8, 9. Monkey Boy Racing Chris, Cobra on 10, 11 De Ruische, 12 Patty 7, and 13 then Will Friedman after his engine damage. Yeah, Betsefa Boy here with the fastest lap, 1:58.203 in lap 5. So yeah, that was the sprint race. So we are waiting for the main race now. After the race, I wanted to write. And yeah, Betsefa Boy, please deactivate the fan boost. So the Rouge is rejoining. So yeah, of course we are starting now again on or behind the safety car. So we have the formation lap at the beginning and then a rolling start, and Division A has the opportunity to start behind the safety car, so the safety car gives the pace. So I will go for a short toilet break and then we are directly back with the main race here of the EGTM round 5.
You weren't mine. All constellations are guiding but I won't just hide away. I know that these hard times will fade away.
So finally somehow we fixed the lobby, and yeah, hopefully the start works now and we can start the main race here. So yeah, the Nameless is our pace car driver here, the EGTM pace car driver for Division A, and yeah, Markola now then on pole position. Here we go. I hope everyone can start now, and no, bad set Farboy is still standing. For me, he's standing. And I think there's no possibility anymore to fix that. But everyone else is driving. Yeah, and my lobby is again completely bugged. I hope maybe we can fast rejoin the lobby to catch the start, and maybe then it's working. It's not working today. The servers are, I don't know, normally there are no issues at all. But today it's like, yeah, crazy. Nothing is working in the lobbies. And bets that Farboy is still not working. But I think there's nothing I can do now against that, because we don't want to delay that race then too much. And here we are, not far away in the last sector now. I bet that Farboy's car is still driving slow here. And we are not far away of the last chicane, and then Markola, the pace car, will go into the pits, and Markola will open then the race and start collecting the field. The two VP cars in front here. And Markola collecting the field now. And here we go. The race has opened. Markula could defend his lead and Cobra on position 2. Let's see if there are any incidents. But everything looks fine till now. And what happened there? Monkey Boy Racing Chris moved wide there. And I have no replay option here anymore. So yeah, it's a cursed Thursday today here in Division B4, in Division A. And Midnight Crew, Mike Poe, Midnight Crew on position 4. So again a very good result here for him after lap 1. And the 2 GTRs here, like in Division B, we had also both GTRs on position 1 and 2, but here the 2 GTRs are followed by Psycho, the Italian driver here in the Mercedes. Then Midnight Crew Mike Poe on position 4, then AP Meister on position 5. Directly behind him Will Friedman in the Ferrari, hopefully he has more luck. And here Psycho, it looks like Psycho touched Cobra. We have no replay here, so most probably because I see there's rear damage of Cobra and front damage of Psycho, that there was a touch somewhere. That means that Midnight Crew Mike Poe is on position 2 and Markola can fly away now in front, can follow his strategy and has the best cards here to move to another victory here. But the race is still very long. We have 24 laps here. We are in lap 2 now. But Mike Poe Midnight Crew followed here very close from AP Meister, and Bedstead Farboy is still moving there. Completely buggy today, the game. I have not even shown laps there up. And Patty here in fight with Nukal. Looks like he has overtaken Nukal now. Bert Hoben, after his 5th position in the sprint race, now on position 7. And Markula left the room. This looks like a disconnect. Hopefully not that only on my picture. Oh no, so you're really out, Markula. I'm very sorry for that. You're not the first one. I heard it from, in the last few days, 4 drivers I heard with that issue, that the PlayStation 4 simply turned off. I think maybe that's a GT Sports problem. I mean, the lobby is completely bugged today. I don't know what's happening here. Then Bedstead Farboy's car is moving backwards, and I have no laps here shown, and I don't know. Yeah, of course, you don't have to turn it on again. Sorry for your bad luck here in the main race, but yeah, then this will be your deleted round here. Pretty bad that it happened when you were leading. So So yeah, good night, mate. Have a nice rest, and we see us in 2 weeks again. And yeah, that means that Mike Pole Midnight Crew, so Porsche is leading for the first time this season a race, directly followed by the BMW, the M3 from AP Meister, and then followed from Will Friedman. I won't even to turn on again. Okay, I thought that you don't want to turn it on again. Yeah, it looks like that it was overheating, and the PlayStation can only turn on if you deplug it from the electricity completely, or when the sensor says that the PlayStation is not too hot anymore. Maybe the fan is broken or something like that. Maybe you should check if the fan of the car is still working. And we saw here that AP Meister touched the grass during braking, and he lost one position, and now Will Friedman is attacking here the Porsche of Midnight Crew Mike Poe. Yeah, I hope for you, Marcola, that the PlayStation is not broken now. That would be the worst case, I think. Did you had a PlayStation Pro or the normal PlayStation? Because I have a Pro, and it never happened that it turned simply off. My old PlayStation, it was not a Pro, it happened once. And here the fight still between Midnight Crew Mike Poe and Will Friedman. So Porsche in front of Ferrari. Okay, from a Pro I never heard that a Pro had that issue. Yeah, maybe contact the PlayStation support or something like that tomorrow. Okay, that's strange. But for me, it sounds like maybe the fan. Maybe if you had it open, maybe something like that. That maybe you touched the connection of the fan. That the fan was not connected, and now the PlayStation went too hot, or something like that. Yeah, it overheats maybe when the fan is not working, because the PlayStation Pro gets hotter than the old one. And now the pit stops are starting. Everyone is going to the pits, and Psycho will go through. Also the fastest driver on track now. Yeah, but would be nice, Marco, if you keep me informed what the reason was at the end. And yeah, welcome Matt Green here into the stream. Nice to have you here. And Psycho is leading now the race, 2.6 seconds in front of Will Friedman. So Will Friedman has overtaken Mike Poe here in the pits. Also AP Meister. The Rouge on position 6, yeah, and we don't know on which position Bedstead Farboy is currently, because I cannot see him because it's bugged. We see him here on the left side doing some strange stuff. Then Callum on position 7, 8 Bert Hoben, 9 Nukal, 10 Cobra. So yeah, of course that they are fighting here for position 2 and 3. Is of course very good now for Psycho, because that means he can drive a bit away here in front. But still, there will be maybe an incident report. We couldn't see it, what exactly happened there, but it looked like, because Psycho had the front damage and Cobra had the rear damage, that there was some kind of a bump into the rear of Cobra. But yeah, Psycho still making the gap between him and this pack of 3, fighting for the 2 positions of the podium. I hope some of my teammates join your great event soon. Yeah, of course. We are open for all new drivers, and of course we try to include them as well, because I want to make bring a community in GT Sports who are driving together. And of course, simply join my Discord and we can talk there about that. And yeah, I can remember that we talked already, and would be cool that I see some of you guys here in EGTM driving. And here maybe a dive into from AP Meister, but he backed up. He backed off. And yeah, Will Friedman still defending the 2nd position, and Mike Poe cannot go the pace exactly like they're both in front of him. And AP Meister is a bit faster than Will in front of him. So maybe he tries to overtake, but the Ferrari is a bit faster on straights, and in the corners the BMW is faster. But the gap between Psycho and Will getting bigger and bigger. And Psycho now with a 1:58.1 last lap. So currently the fastest driver here on track. And AP Meister still struggling here to overtake Will's Ferrari here. And Mike Poe Midnight Crew still on position 4 like in the sprint race. So it looks pretty good here for him to make another good position here. And Batty 7, the leader of Division B, currently driving his Audi R8 on position 5. Then De Ruige on 6. Then Nukal on 7. Berthoven on 8. Callum on 9. Cobra on 10. And Bedstead Farboy on 11. But he is driving. I asked, and he's for sure driving, but I don't see him on track. Something is bugged between us in this race. Tried to fix it in front or before the race started, but yeah, it was not possible. And here Psycho still now 5 seconds in front, and Will Friedman up him are still fighting, but Mike Poe had to leave them or let them pulling away. He cannot go the pace exactly from both of them. Very strong performance of Will Friedman again after he had the bad luck in the sprint race, after they run out 3 wide out of the last chicane. Yeah, of course, Matt Green. You can even, if we have space in the lobbies, you can even start as a guest driver in the current season, like looking if you guys like it and everything. And yeah, but I need to know it as early as possible, not 1 or 2 days before the race day comes. that we can prepare everything. And yeah, of course, I wish you good luck in the top 16 and finals. And yeah, the EGTM season here goes for sure till the end of May. So yeah, till there, and then we make a short break, a few weeks, and then we start with a new season with new rules and new stuff, trying to bring new excitement and yeah, reasons to register again in the EGTM, because we want to make it bigger as well. And yeah, still we're looking here to Psycho, our Italian friend here, after he has the bad luck 2 weeks ago in the endurance race. He had a disconnect on the first pit stop. He was the only one who could go the lap times of Marcola, because Marcola was flying on Nordschleife for 24 hours layout. And yeah, still fighting here Will and AP Meister. Yeah, you're always welcome at Green. You're always welcome. And yeah, Will Friedman is now a bit under pressure here from AP Meister, but the track is that narrow here that it's very hard to overtake without risk. You have to go very risky here if you want to overtake. And the other driver has to play a bit in your hands as well. Then, yeah, over 2 seconds now the gap between AP Meister and Mike Poe Midnight Crew. And the gap between Batty7 and Mike Poe was still the same, so he could not go closer or get closer to Midnight Crew Mike Poe. And Deruish is 6 seconds behind Batty7, but followed by Nukal, the current third or second position of Division B. He is a guest driver here today. Then Callum on position 8. On 9 we have Cobra, so he has overtaken Bert Hoben, who was in the pit. If I look to his fuel tank, then yeah, Betsat Farboy on position 11. And we can see the lap times of Psycho, so he's still flying here. We are reaching we're finishing lap 9 or lap 10 here and going into lap 11. And Psycho still the only one who can go under 59 here. Yeah, but it's so hard. Such a hard job here to overtake Will Friedman here in the Ferrari, and he knows that very fast straight line speed here from the Ferrari. Yeah, the gap between both of them got a bit bigger now, but the slipstream will bring AP Meister back to the rear of Will Friedman. And yeah, the gap between AP Meister and Midnight Crew Mike Poe are still the same, almost the same. And yeah, Batty7 drives here a bit alone on track right now, almost 6 seconds in front and 7.5 seconds then the Rouge behind him. And here now overtake attempt from MINKIHL. Then we have Callum on 8. Of course, if you are interested in this series in the EGTM, simply go on egtm.racing or the link in the description here to my Discord channel. You can join there. And here still the big fight between Will Friedman and AP Meister. And here comes the Ruiz and MINKIHL. Here we have Callum now here in the chicane. The next one will be Cobra. I think there needs a bit more time till he is reaching here. And here we have Cobra in the chicane. Yeah, let's jump back into the camera of the leader, current leader, Giovanni, aka Psycho, our Italian friend here, still on position 1, cannot drive 58s anymore, but 59.1, and he's still the fastest one here on track. And now looks like AP Meister made a little mistake, 2.11 only the last lap. And there are now 2 seconds gap between Will AP Meister and 1 second between Midnight Crew Mike Poe, and that brings Mike Poe back into the play, into the game for the podium. And Party 7 still very isolated here on position 5, then the Ruiz on 6, MINKIHL 5 seconds now behind the Ruiz. He lost a bit of space, maybe he made a little mistake. And Bert Hoben, the McLaren driver here on position 10. And yeah, but we don't know where exactly Betsat Farboy is driving right now, because I cannot see him because something is buggy between us. So yeah, Betsat Farboy could drive here somewhere. I think he was starting on position 4 or 3, I don't know yet currently, so I don't know exactly where he is driving now. Could be that he's even leading the race or being on position 2. We will see that then at the end of the race. Maybe we see where he finished in the end result. Looks like that AP Meister went now into the pits. Let's look. Yeah, AP Meister was in the pits now. Yeah, he was in the pits, and I think he can drive till the end. We have 24 laps, and we are currently finished 13 laps, so we have 10 laps to go here. And Giovanni lost a bit, so Psycho lost a bit time here. Only 5.8. Last lap was a 59.4, and the last one from Will was a 59.0, so he could get a bit more out of his car after he has no pressure more from behind from AP Meister, and 3.7 seconds behind him then Mike Poe from the Midnight Crew. And now Will Friedman is leading the race because Psycho went into the pits. He will most probably refill the car to get to the end of the race. Was a very long stint after all. 13 laps he drove here with one tire, with one set of tires, and is coming out of pit on position 3, 20 seconds behind Will Friedman. And he makes a bit like an undercut, so maybe he will get a bit more space between him and Will. Betsy Farboy still parked there. I hope that he has till now a good race. And Mike Poe Midnight Crew now in position 2, but he has also to go into the pits, and then most probably Psycho will take back the lead. I think Betsy Farboy started from position 3 because Psycho lost the car in the Super Pole. After turn 1 he touched the grass and he spun into the wall. So Psycho was starting from 4, I think 3 was Betsy Farboy, 2 was Cobra, and 1 was Marcola. Yeah, Cobra, the incident with Psycho. Marcola had a disconnect, his PlayStation simply turned off. And Betsy Farboy from the top 4 we don't see, so Psycho is the only one left here from the top 4 from the Super Pole. So, and Will Friedman and Midnight Crew Mike Poe now in the pits. So let's see if AP Meister, for Psycho, he will for sure pass them. But the question is, can AP Meister also pass them? But he made an undercut, so he drove a few laps longer with new tires, but they're coming out now of the pits. Is that enough or not? And he's now again in front of Mike Poe, but Will Friedman now 3.7 seconds in front of AP Meister, and Psycho lost a bit of time, only 4.8 seconds. His outlap was a 1:56.4. We have to look what for a lap time Will Friedman is doing here. Maybe he made a little mistake, Psycho, there. But we will see that. So yeah, we have exactly the same positions again. 1 Psycho, 2nd place Will Friedman, 3rd AP Meister, 4th Midnight Crew Mike Poe, 5th still isolated Buddy 7, then Deruige, Nukal, Kalam, Cobra, Bertholm, and yeah, Betsy Farboy, we don't know where he's driving currently. But yeah, the gap between Psycho and Will is now bigger than 5 seconds, so he could make the space between him and Will. He opened the gap 5 tenths more. Drink a bit of water here. So still very good race here from our Ferrari driving friend here from France, Will Friedman. Then third position after the second place in the endurance race. AP Meister still with a very good result here, with a podium result, but he's very close, followed by the Porsche, the DuckTales Porsche from Mike Poe. The gap between position 4 and 5 gets bigger and bigger. Let's look through the field here. Also the places are pretty set right now. Only here between Callum and Cobra could be an overtake in the next few minutes. And here the gap between position 1 and 2, between Psycho and Will, between Italy and France, gets also bigger and bigger. And I think the fastest lap of 1:58.1 will stay till the end of the race as well. The only one, it looks like the only one who could drive a faster lap will be Psycho himself. And the gap between AP Meister and Mike Poe from Midnight Crew gets also a bit bigger now from lap to lap now. Yeah, and we have finished already 17 laps here in the main race. So we are now in lap 18. And it looks very good for Psycho and Will Friedman also. The gap between him and AP Meister got a bit smaller, I think, because I think it was already 3.8 or 3.9 seconds and we are now almost under 3 seconds. So maybe AP Meister can push here a bit more. The fuel is almost the same for all cars now, only the tires are a bit different. Yeah, but now again 3.4 seconds, 3.3. So the gap will get bigger instead of smaller. And we are now in lap 19, so only 5 laps to go. So around 10 minutes more racing here for Division A drivers for round 5. And the gap between AP Meister and Midnight Crew, Mike Poe, stays almost the same now. Right behind or under 1 or 2 seconds in that case here. Between Mike Poe and Buddy, the gap gets bigger and bigger every lap. Now we have almost 12 seconds. Yeah, currently everything is very set here. And Cobra has overtaken Callum already. Let's drive here one lap with the current leader, who is already 7 seconds in front. Very fast laps here after his pit stop at 1:58.5, 1:58.2, 1:58.2, and he is here again on a very fast lap, and it looks very smooth here. And again a 1:58.2 again, so he's on point right now. Here first corner breaking down, looks pretty good what he's doing here. Here through the first sector. And he's 70 thousandths of a second faster than the current fast lap in the race. Yeah, but here maybe the tires are suffering a bit because they are a bit more worn. And here, of course, that costs also a bit time here out of this hairpin. Let's see how much that cost. That going into the green or accelerating on the grass. Yeah, for almost half a second he lost there out of the hairpin. But maybe there's no need anymore for him to push too hard. But still a 58.678. And Will Friedman with a 1:58.4, so a pretty fast lap, the last one he did. Even faster than the leader right now. Yeah, and Meeting from Mike Polk comes closer to AP Meister. So we should keep an eye here on that, because maybe the fight here for the podium is not over, because Mike Poole gets closer and closer. And we are now under 1 second. And in a few seconds we are finishing lap 21, and then we have only 3 laps to go, and then Psycho takes here the third win this season, after the first main race where he overtook Markola in the last corner on Brands Hatch, and after the big win in Tokyo, he can win here the next Japanese race here on Suzuka. So 1 second slower here in the last lap from Will Friedman. 1:58.451 in lap 20. 21 was 1:59.458, so he lost 1 second. It was a pretty good lap what he did here in lap 20. Psycho did a 1:58.8, but there is no need anymore to drive faster. He has only to bring that position home, and here Mike Poe comes closer and closer to AP Meister. Yeah, Porsche is now better on the brakes. 0.6 of a second between them, almost 0.7. But yeah, it's very hard to overtake here, so maybe that could get a problem as well here for Mike Poe. Closing the gap is the other thing than overtaking here on the track, because the track is that narrow. And the gap only under half a second. The question is now if Mike Poe wants to go more risk now here and take the last podium spot here, or does he have enough with the position 4 with good solid points? And the gap between Will Friedman and Psycho is already almost 8 seconds. He's driving only 58, so very strong race here from Psycho, also from Will Friedman. But he has not very many laps anymore to make here an overtake attempt. Yeah, tires are a bit better here, front tires from Mike Poe Midnight Crew than the tires from AP Meister. But he made here a bit of mistake, a bit too much speed in the entry. Yeah, Batti 7 on 5, on 6 we have De Ruige, on 7 Nuka, Callum on 8, on 9 Bert Hoben, and yeah, Betset Farboy, we still don't know where exactly he's driving here on track, and Psycho is now on his last lap. So, last lap, only 0.2 of a second, 0.3 of a second between them. Maybe the long straight is the last opportunity to overtake here. But he is trying for sure. And here, AP Meister lost the car there. In the last lap he lost the car and he lost his podium position here. One mistake here the whole race. I have no replay function here, but that's very bad luck. I know that, mate. I know that feeling from the NSL race. I know that exactly how that feels. So yeah, but Psycho now reaching the last chicane. And then he wins here Suzuka main race. So a second place in the sprint, a first place in the main race. So big points here again for our Italian friend. Congratulations. And he's going over the line on position 1. Then Will Friedman, congratulations as well, position 2. Then Mike Poe, Midnight Crew, after the mistake of a Meister, could finish on position 3 and completes the podium. And AP Meister very bad luck in the last lap. He lost the car in the first sector and he gave away his third position and the podium spot. And now the two Audis reaching the finish lane now with Patty on 5, De Ruige on 6. Then next one will be Nukal in the BMW, the guest driver here. Then Callum is coming now to the last chicane on position 8. Very solid race here from him as well. He got promoted last season, position 2 of season 2. And he got promoted to Division A. 8th position here for Callum. The next one who will reach the finish lane will be Bert Hoben, and we still don't know where Bad Set Farboy reaches the finish. We had 3 disconnects, 1 PlayStation turn off from Makula while he was leading the race, then Castor Troy, and so both VP Gaming drivers, Marcola and Cobra, had a disconnect here. And here we are, finished the race. Congratulations to the winners. Let's congratulate the podium. So let's see if we have Best Set Farboy in the race result. No, we have him not in the race result. We have here Cobra and Marcola, the 2 disconnects. And then here most probably also, yeah, we have here then also Casa Troy. But the big winner here, Psycho, 8 seconds in front of Will Friedman and 14 in front of Midnight Crew. So that's the podium. That's here is the result. I say congratulations to all drivers, and we see us in 2 weeks to round 6 of the EGTM. Good night.